Welcome to another Miguel y sus personajes video. As you know, my name is Miguel Angel. And this time I just want to share you a story of my own. It took me a while to process the idea of shooting this video. It is kind of delicate or sensitive, the point of doing this video, because it's kind of different to what I usually do. I usually want to be kind of funny, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. All right. But this time, I want to share you a story where I believe that the world has not evolved as it should have. Nowadays, with the modernity and all the social media, the information, the access to information, the music, and all of the above, still people out there who really don't know or just don't access to this kind of information. Well, let's get down to the point. I work as a server at a fast-paced restaurant. We're always going back and forth, getting drinks, getting food out, getting greetings, seating, all of the above, just trying to give a good smile to all people. Myself, I'm a very happy person. That's why I love doing this kind of work. That's why I can say things on a video, on a camera, because I'm a free spoke person. In this country, one of the main amendments, they say there is freedom of speech, correct? Please stay and please understand what my point will go to, okay? It might take a little time to understand where I'm coming from, but here's the deal. So, in my case, I am always on the streets while working. I got this customer over here who wants this, who wants that, who wants this. And some customers, they send me back and forth 3 times because every time I get to a table, they forgot to ask for some. That's fine. I am doing my cardio. I love doing the work. I don't care. I mean, I'm just like Speedy Gonzalez, Correcami, what do you call the bird, the coyote one, the road runner. Anyway, so while I'm working, while I'm having fun at the same time, I am the kind of person always, for some reason, for some moment, a lyric pops up in my mind. And sometimes when I'm doing some work and then somebody don't help me, then I sing, all by myself, don't wanna be all by myself. Anyways, and then I go, sometimes I say, no woman, no cry. So as I'm going, I'm releasing my own stress from my work because it gets hectic and you gotta let yourself, but I'm that kind of person who always just singing something in Spanish, in English. Anyways, I am a big fan of Bob Marley. Bob Marley, when I grew up, it was the big thing, when we all felt some freedom, when the youth could smoke weed and got inspired. Anyhow, so this is my story. This last Sunday, I was working the same, I'm singing this and singing that, and then my fellow coworkers sometimes say, oh, You got that song up in my head. Well, I'm just going. So I got this big party, 18 people, and then take good care of them. And I sang because I watched the movie on Peacock that is streaming right now for free about Bob Marley's life. And then it popped up in my mind. I started singing, Africa Unite, Africa Unite. That was it. And guess what? So I'm working, and then I see the manager got called to a table. And that was fine. I keep doing my thing, I keep doing my work. And a fellow coworker approaches me and says, hey, I thought I heard your name at that table where the manager was. I said, I don't know why. That's not my table. I have not been there. I have not talked to them. Well, I kept going, singing my lyrics and going and going. And at the end of my shift, I'm leaving. Boom, I got stopped by the manager. Manager calls me and says, Miguel, when you come over here, please. Well, it was a lady. He said, oh, Miguel, can you come over here? And I go, yes. What's wrong? She says, today we had a big complaint about you. And then I go, what kind of complaint? I mean, I got nothing done wrong. She says, well, the lady at the table D2 complaining about you being racist. I go, what do you mean about being racist? That was not my table, it was not my people. And she says, well, she says you were singing Africa Unite, and because there was her, that was a Black American, right? Well, I'm sorry. That's why I don't want to hurt nobody. I would say Afro Americans. It was an Afro American lady who said that I was being racist because I was singing Africa Unite. And she says because there was another people sitting at another table, another people at another table, so you can understand, that were Afro-Americans too. So she thinks that I was singing Africa Unite. And I go, really? Is that the whole complaint? I mean, come on. Africa Unite. It is a symbolical song. I told her, you know me, I go around and I sing lyrics. I don't sing the whole songs, but some people like it. So I go all by myself. Sometimes I love hurts. Sometimes I say, ¿cómo quieres que te quiera si me tienes trabajando, tonta? Or sometimes quieres que te guise guitarrón, que te guise un jamón, que se te sube el colesterol, mamacita, se te sube el colesterol. Okay, so she said that I was being racist because I was singing Africa Unite. So I tell the manager, listen, that is a song, historical song that has nothing to do with Afro-Americans. Bob Marley was Jamaican from English father and a Jamaican mother. He was a social activist. So what he did was, back in those times, when he exiled himself, all right, due to the violence in his country. He wanted to make a historical concert where when the Africans were fighting at each other, and then he wanted to unify them. So he made that concert and involved the political, what do you call the main political people, right? And it's a song. So I pulled out my phone and I Google it. Thank you, YouTube. I love you. So I go, and then the manager goes, "Oh, I didn't know it was a song." So she didn't know either, she says. But the worst of it, the reason why I'm so pissed or I'm doing this video is because the manager said, "Oh, I was about to let you go. But why would you let me go for no reason? For singing a lyric of a beautiful song. It was narrated by me. And so my point is, lady, if you're watching this video, please educate yourself. Please. In this country, freedom of speech is what people fought for so many years, the right to have. So I have the same right, but you, please educate yourself. You have the right to get somebody in trouble for your ignorance. Please, I do not want to be seen or portrayed as she called me racist. One of my sponsors is Black American. And I'm going to tell you something. Lady, please, you have no reason to feel being bullied by racism. Your ancestors, long way from you, were abused, and they would have the right to say that. But you have the rights that this government gives you. When your kids are born, they give you benefits and they give you everything. And you understand me. And I apologize for what I'm about to say. Blacks, Americans, they always want to take that opportunity and that chance to feel guilty for something that they don't have to feel because of the past. The past is gone. You go to a restaurant smelling like weed, with your pants down, it's smelling like weed, you smoke in the car, and you come with your kids, and you ask for plasticware. When you first roll a joint and smoke it between 5, you had a 40, and 6 of you all drank out of it. Again, I'm going to close this video by saying this. If this woman felt offended by somebody, maybe because that somebody is not black. What if a black, her race, would it come around and sing that song? Would it have make a difference? Oh, he is a black, he can sing it? Because Mexican, he look brown, he kind of talks Spanish. Oh, so he's racist? Ladies, amigos, señores, everybody around the world, please let me educate you. In Mexico, on the Pacific coastline, we have black Mexican community. Real blacks. You can look at them, and then they call them Afro Mexicans. So you're not the only blacks. And why would you feel offended for somebody saying, Africa, unite? You're not African. You're American. Come on. Okay, what about if there's Mexicans and I come around and singing, la cucaracha, ya no tiene que fumar, porque no tiene marihuana que fumar. Would they feel offended and feel like, oh, they all smoke weed? No, right? What about if I come around and sing, our house in the middle of the street, and a homeless is close by? Will he feel offended? Huh? Come on, people. Grow up. Please, lady, if you're watching me, you owe me an apologize. And y'all, thank you for watching. So sorry if I went off, but I had to get it out of my chest. There's no right for somebody to put some other people's job in jeopardy. Because a song? What about if I go around and I sing, love hurts, love hurts, and then there's a guy who just broke up with his girlfriend? Will you feel offended? I mean, fuck that shit, bro. Come on. Fucking people, get the fuck out of your fucking mind shit. Honestly. You fucking, what the fuck you do? He called you, he called me. I heard. He's racist. If I come up to your table and say, ma'am, do you want some fried chicken guts? Then you feel offended. That's racism because your ancestors, that's what they had to be fed with. Thank you. And I'm sorry again. And apologize if somebody gets offended, but it's not my point. My point is I almost lose my job because of this, because of who I am. And always, you gotta be who you are. You gotta be yourself. If that gets you in trouble, keep going. Thank you. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.